Yo, what is going on, growmies? Hope y'all are doing well, growing well. Now, growmies, welcome to episode 5 of The Primary Colors of Cannabis, starring Northern Lights number 2. In the last episode, episode 4, we left off after setting up the medium and transplanting. If you guys haven't seen the beginning episodes of this series, I highly recommend that you watch them, as there's a ton to learn from this overall grow experience. As we get into day 0 of flower, officially switching over to a 12-12 light schedule, Northern Lights number 2 starts its day actually at 9 p.m. Instead of waking up in the morning from the sun, these plants actually wake up underneath the Spider Farmer SE3000 at nighttime, 9 p.m. to be exact. So far, this summer has been extra brutal, so I decided it's best to move the plants over to a nighttime schedule, which will drastically help with the extreme temperatures. Being a Northern Lights number 2 plant from AGSEEDCO, the genetic is actually regular, meaning that there are just as many males and females potentially. So, in this tank currently, these plants are surrounded by their brothers and sisters. Late night watering. As we get into our first hours of the official flower cycle, aka day 0, it's time to see how the plants are doing 24 hours after transplanting. When I initially transplanted, the soil was just over moist, but slightly drier than what I would normally transplant into. Knowing that the medium is slightly drier, I decided it would be a good idea to water these plants officially for the first time in this flower cycle. To water my plants, again going off of AGSEEDCO's recommendation, I use tap water since cannabis needs those less widely available trace minerals. Although my tap water is nowhere near perfect, and actually not that great, I find as long as I'm able to maintain pH, the plants do great. Plus, now I do have additional nutrients from the tap. How do I water Northern Lights number 2? Well, growmies, I just like to hand water using this big bowl with some measurements on the side to make it easier to see volume references. Before you growmies judge, since there are a lot of plants, this may seem like a complete crackhead strategy, but honestly, it does save me an immense amount of time and efforts. Using the water splash guard from this tent, I just bottom water the whole tent. There have been no leaks and all my wiring is hanging way above ground, so I have no worries at all. After watering Northern Lights number 2, since I decided to bottom water, after about an hour or 2, I go back into the tent and see how much water the pots have soaked up. If the pots have soaked up all the water, I'll pick up 3 to 4 plants around the entire tent to make sure that they weigh relatively the same and get the same amount of water. Now, although these girls just woke up, it's time for myself to actually go to bed. But, growmies, keep in mind, the lights turn off at 9 a.m. So, we have to make sure to actually get out of bed early enough to check on our plants. My favorite observation as a scientist and a human when watching cannabis grow is seeing how much happens in only 8 hours after watering. Since watering, the plants have hopefully realized that they have brand new roots organic lush real estate to grow their roots into. Anyways, growmies, this was episode 5 of The Primary Colors of Cannabis, starring Northern Lights number 2. Episode 6 will be out tomorrow, where we go into a deep dive of every single pheno, taking important sensory observations. These descriptions will give us an insight to see what each plant may have to offer as the flower cycle progresses. If you guys enjoyed episode 5, please leave a like and comment. If you haven't seen my other grow/smoke reports, check them out. Keep it up out there, growmies, and stay motivated in this beautiful medicinal hobby. #growmiegang.